Well, hello, friends. My name is Tammy, and you have found Create with Confidence. So, today I thought I would just talk to you about something that I did last night that took me out of my comfort zone while I get ready. I have to go and see my dermatologist, so I thought, well, why not come on here while I'm getting ready and talk to you or share with you what I did last night. Now, maybe some of you have done it before, but I decided to do a little of networking in our area, and I'm sure probably most areas have a, I don't know, you call it a chamber, like Chamber of Congress or something like that, where you can link arms and get to know the people in your community that are entrepreneurs or that have a leadership in some area of business. And you go to these gatherings, dinners, and you just share. You sit around a table. Now, it was the first time in my area that I went, and I have to say at first, I almost chickened out. It's not that I'm not a social person, because I am, but I just didn't know what to expect. And I think when we don't know what to expect, that takes us out of our comfort zone. And not that that's a bad thing, and for me last night, it really wasn't a bad thing. How it started out, you had your, what do they call it, icebreaker. You get to know each other. It was a little different than what I thought it was going to be. I thought that we would be in one area of the restaurant. It was held at a restaurant. And I thought it would be in one area of the restaurant. And then when we ate, we'd go to the dining room. And so my vision is that I would go there and everybody would be kind of standing around and kind of mingling. And it really wasn't like that. The tables were all set up. We did have an area. I gotta look for my brush. I have a favorite brush here that I use. It's called my smudge brush, and I like it. It's one that I use quite a bit. And so I thought it was going to be like that. Well, it wasn't. It was more of tables were already set up, and people were sitting at the tables, which I found was a little different, because I thought, well, how are you going to mingle or ice break if you're all sitting in your little groups or your cliques or something like that? I did meet a friend there who has been a member of this business organization, and so it was nice that she met me there. She was already there. She had gotten there early, actually, earlier than I did, and so she was nice enough to save me a seat. And so we chit-chatted for a while, and then there were several other people that sat at our table. And I was looking in my mirror down here, and it was a nice conversation. We got to find out what everybody did. One lady was into wellness and spiritual healing, what she would call spiritual healing, like with those bowls that make the sound that makes it, I've never done that. I'm really not interested in doing something like that. But that's what she did. She also made jewelry and other things, but she was a really sweet soul, really very, very easy to talk to, and really enjoyed my conversation with her. And then we had another one who spoke, and something that I have tried to learn along the way of my life is not to take over the conversation. I don't know. Have you ever had somebody like that? That you begin to tell a story or something that's happened to you, and immediately somebody jumps in and say, oh yeah, that happened to me, or oh, well, this is how I did it. And then they just take over the conversation. I felt that was a little bit of what was happening. So I just kind of backed off and let the person talk, and okay. And, honesty, I used to do that too until my husband said something to me one time. And it's always now been a very, what is the word I'd like to use? I'm very conscious of it now. I try to be very conscious of it now. If I find myself talking more than I should, I really try to stop, because it can get annoying sometimes, But she was also a nice lady, it was nice. And then they did a like, let's mix it up. So we all had these discs, different colored discs, and whatever color you had to go to that table. Well, when I first went, I thought it was just going to be all women. Well, there weren't. There were several men, businessmen, that were there, and I couldn't believe it. Here I am, a makeup lady, skincare, all about beauty, and I get at a table with 3 guys. And my first thought was, oh, you've got to be kidding, really? But you know what? It was good. They were fun, and they asked questions, and it was quite interesting. And I found that I really enjoyed the conversation. It wasn't as boring as I thought it was going to be. So I was there for probably about 2 hours, and I liked it. So I'm thinking, I think I will go back and do it again. I do. I think I will go back and do it again. Not sure if I'm going to join the networking club. I'm not even sure if that's what they call it. But I will definitely go to another one. I'm thinking about, possibly getting into, I'm sure, when you go to craft festivals and where there's vendors and stuff like that. And I'd like to do that. But with what I do, it's kind of hard because I don't have samples and I don't have little gifts that I can hand out. I don't have anything like that. It's basically, let me show you this palette, and I can explain what it does. But to really see the beauty of it, you got to give it a try. So I'm going to figure that one out. I'm going to try to figure that one out. So that's what I did. And I am glad I did it. I don't know. Has any of you ever done anything like that? And if you have, please leave tips below. Like, are there certain questions that I should be asking? Are there certain things that I should take? I did take my business cards, but I think next time I'm going to actually take this. Let me show you, because I tried to explain to them. Well, it's just a compact and a brush, and there's your makeup. But I didn't have it, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to say this is all you need. And but if you have any other tidbits, advice, anything you can give me, I would really appreciate it, because I want to make this work, And if nothing else, I really like socializing, and I really enjoyed that. So I thought I would just share that. I am now done with my makeup. Did you see how quick that was? I'm done. I'm not doing any contour. I'm going to get my faithful mirror because I'm going to do my lips. And I will be off. This lip is Makeup Forever. That's the lips pencil I'm using. And I think it's number 3. Oh, very light. Now, I'm not going to put any lipstick on right now. But what I will be using is, and let me show you what I'll be using. I will be using this color here, which I think is Madrid. I'm going to be using that for my base. And then I'm going to put on my City Lips. I'm going to put this color on. So that way I'll get a little bit of a gloss. I'm really liking the City Lips. I really am. All right. So there. Thank you for watching. And share. If you've ever done any type of networking, any type of where you go to those little gatherings, I'd love to hear your experience. I really would. So, yeah, that's it. Now remember, aging is a fact, but looking your age, it doesn't have to be. You guys have a blessed day or night, and I'll see you soon.